Okay, welcome back to more Curse of Manchester on alignment 3. Once we get to alignment 4, we have to choose our side, Chaos or Order. Let's go on with it, shall we? Oh, what is this? Death Realm. What? Let's play some card battles. I feel like some card battles. Yes! During the game, you can create several different decks. To create a new deck, click the new deck button below. There's the first deck already selected with a naught that indicates the amount of cards in it. Click on it and you'll see another one will be added to the list. The next thing you should do after creating a new deck is choose which avatar will accompany you into the battle, which we know. You can do so by clicking on the portraits above. To change avatar, click on selected one to deselect and then click a new one. What is it? I'm just putting these all in here for now. How many guards gonna have? Alright, so the maximum of 30 cards, okay. Finish. Current deck is a valid for this mission for reasons. 25. That's it, finish. Okay, we're in the diff realm. I don't know what to do. Summon. Fire. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I can't. Oh, this is shit. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, this is gonna so do it. She has no cards remaining, she. She's kicking my butt. Oh my lord, I'm dying. She's so much better. Yes. So. Yes, this is like my... Oh my lord, I actually won the battle. How? My deck is shit. I'm not even trying to create a good deck. Oh my lord. I don't even want this. New cards unlocked. Curse and Bloodlust. The above cards have been added to your deck builder screen. Right mouse button to examine them. Valiant Souls found. You can spend Valiant Souls to increase the level of creature cards of a corresponding element. I've been on a bit of buzz after that. Arrow! 2. Yeah, just the same ones. Yeah, we go with that. Hang on. Back. Load game. Yes. Arrow. Yeah, go on. Right. That's fine. Yeah. I turn. Yes. I'm enjoying this. cards unlock broken winds and cold wings. The above cards have been added to your deck builder screen. Right mouse button to examine Valiant Souls found. 2A. You can spend Valiant Souls to increase the level of creature cards corresponding elements. Let's do this. Save. Let's go water. Two is mandatory. Oh my lord. What? Oh, that sucks. Back. No game. Yes. Let's see. Two. Optional. Yeah. Alpha is unavailable. Who's Alpha? Who the hell's Alpha? Gosh. Let's go with Kraken. Alright. I have that. That's it. Oh, I see. I didn't say about direct attacks, but luckily I already know about that. Yes! New cards unlock Sacrifice and Strength. The above cards have been added to your deck builder screen. Right mouse button to examine all Valiant Souls found live. You can send Valiant Souls to increase the level of creature cards to the corresponding element. Yeah, that's all done. Number 2. We'll go back to having him help us. Oh. There we go. Getting into this now. It's a bit different from the visual novel. Visual novel aspects. Wow, 30. Oh, she can level up hers. Oh, okay. Enter. What the hell? Ah, I've won again. Blue cards unlock, freeze and quit stands. The above cards have been added to your deck builder system. Right mouse button to examine them. Valiant souls found Earth. You can spend valiant souls to increase the level of each cards of its corresponding element. Fire. This is a mandatory one. Save game. Fire element. That's 120. Shit. Good game. Right, we're gonna do some visual novel now. I go to see Angel in her church. Or is it chapel? I never did learn the difference. It could be at the cathedral for all I know. As I approach, I slip into my thoughts and recall something from when I was alive. I used to imagine that when people died and their souls flew free from their bodies, they would come to know everything. All of the mysteries of the universe would be revealed to them. The people they knew who died before them would suddenly appear as spirits. Like the wind, they'd be everywhere and anywhere, watching over you, spying on you. Okay, so my personal theology got a bit creepy, but it still wasn't as whacked out as this place. Now that I'm dead or undead or dreaming or whatever, the universe is more of a mystery than ever. It's funny how nothing ever is how you imagine it to be. Anywhere, where better to contemplate the mysteries of the afterlife than in a church with a real life or a dead angel. Angel is praying. At least that is what I assume she's doing when I find her. She stands with her back to me, her arms and wings outstretched and bathed in the light coming from the huge ornate window set in the curved wall at the rear of the church. I'd never been one for churches when I was alive. Maybe that was why I ended up here instead of in heaven. I still know enough to know that you shouldn't interrupt people while they're praying though, especially angels. I sit quietly and wait. When she turns, she isn't surprised to see me. I knew you were here, Ace. I felt your presence. You have a very particular aura about you. She sits down in the chair she'd been using yesterday while she was doing her needlework and regards me gravely. How are you? I shrug. I'm not quite sure I am, but I have to get to the surprise visit from Mantress off my chest. Mantress came to visit me. I woke up and they were sitting beside my bed. It's weird, I can feel the change in the atmosphere. Angel stiffens and her hands begin writhing in her lap as if they were wrestling with each other. Did they do anything? They began talking about the cosmos and laws and stuff. They told me there was something strange about me, and they also told me that perhaps they'd made a mistake bringing me here. I realise I'm blurting random thoughts going in through my mind without bothering to put them in any kind of order. Angel suddenly gets up and starts pacing. She looks deep in thought, but not about anything I had said. In fact, I wonder if she had ever heard me at all. Listen, if this is a bad time for you, if I interrupted your prayers. Angel turns on me angrily. What do you know about prayers? You're a godless heathen. What I am not. I feel the heat rise in my face. How dare she accuse me? Ah, no, I'm not. Maybe it's true that I wasn't as good as I could have been in my previous life. I really can't remember, but you have no right to... I stopped seeing a stricken look across Angel's face. You're right, I don't know, and I've no right to judge you. I don't know. None of us know how we ended up here. She wipes her hand across her eyes. I can't make out if she was actually crying or not, though. I get up and walk over to her and awkwardly pat her shoulder, or the velvety feathers that cover her shoulder anyway. It's alright, I should have left you in peace when I saw... No, it's alright, I don't know why I said that. I had no right, I haven't been sleeping well, and I had these strange dreams that... She shakes her head and turns to face me, taking the hand I placed on her shoulder. She looks into my eyes, her face troubled. I'm just going to put the light on. Be back in a sec. Sorry about that. I've often thought that Mantress is keeping us trapped here, preventing us from moving on, using us for something. Her voice became a whisper. Diabolical. She looks at me gravely, biting her lower lip with uneven, set white teeth. Angel suddenly looks lost and innocent, nothing like the judgmental version of herself from a few moments ago. The change disturbs me almost as much as the fury. Well, I'm not sure about diabolical, but I do want to know what they brought us, here. I'm afraid to find out. She cushions my hand tightly. But I think until I do, I can never escape. Why does she want to escape so badly, I want to ask, but I get the sense that now is not the time to voice that question out loud. Well, maybe I can help. Angel looks at me questioningly. I don't know, I'm really scared. Of what? We'll find out? Maybe I'm just scared of something. Like in those dreams where you're running away and you're so terrified, but you have no idea what's actually chasing you. It might not even be that bad, but you don't dare look back. I know. I remember having dreams like that. I don't know, Ace. I don't want to ask you to do anything dangerous, but if it's our only way of escaping, well, I'll be careful. I'll let you know what I find out. I am going to choose order eventually. You know that, right? Anyone who's been watching. Angel just bites her lips and nods, looking at me with wide, frightened eyes. I leave feeling more unsettled by my visit with Angel than comforted. It's definitely not the result I've been hoping for. Let's do some more card battles. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Save game here. And from way back. Pharaoh. Okay, stop right. Eight new. Okay, let's just. I want that. Where is it? Giant Wars. This is fire, isn't it? What to have like finish. Yeah, this be fire. Fire! Fire. Okay. Wow. Now I win again. New cards unlocked. Hellhound, Flame Toad. Evil cards been added to your deck builds screen. Right click. Oh wow. Right mouse button to examine. Valiant souls found for earth and fire. And spend valiant souls according to the level of creatures of the corresponding element. On level 2. Battle. Great new. Let me think. Creature. Creature. back. There's someone again. The cards unlock Giantess of Kappa. The above cards have been added to your deck builder screen. Right mouse button to examine them. Valiant Souls found. You can spend Valiant Souls to increase the level of creature cards that corresponding element. Life round. What the hell? Death, I'm death. Sucked. my god, new cards are not noted for all. The other cards have been added to your deck builder screen. Right mouse button to examine them. Valiant Souls found. You can spend Valiant Souls to increase the level of creature cards of corresponding element. Are you all done? All done. Save the game. Let's go back to the hamlet. Frozen out. Water. I'm on my way to see Kraken when I see him striding towards me. Funny how things work out like that. I was just thinking about you. I was thinking about you, Ace. I hear Mantras came to visit you. Indeed, he did. I tell Kraken about my unwelcome experience of awaking to Mantras beside my bed and the lecture that followed. He is not as sympathetic as I hoped and seemed to have other things on his mind. Suddenly, he materialized as a swamp out of nowhere. I'm gonna have to imagine some rubber waders if you insist on bringing me here. I growls at him. As soon as we enter his place, it begins to rain. Here I am, stuck out in the middle of a dreary swamp in pouring rain, sitting next to a guy who looks like he must have just surfaced from a primordial ooze itself. Kraken looks out over his domain with an unmistakable air of satisfaction. I guess it's home, huh? Nice of you to hold off the rain until we got here. Kraken turns on to me and smiles. At least I assume it's a smile. It's kind of hard to read expressions on a face like that. Water is the essence of life. But we're dead. He merely shrugs when I point that out. Another state of existence, Ace. Does it even make sense to talk of life and death when we know what we know? I don't know anything. Anyway, there's no life and death. What are Angel, Alpha, Lily and myself doing here? You know more than you think, and the answers will come to you in time. There's a great latent power in you. Ace. And I, and all the others concerned, you are unable to control it. The others, have you guys been talking about me behind my back? I'm talking to you at your side. The others, and by the others I mean Azuria, Angel, Mercurio, and Ash, will tell you what they think to your face as well. As for the Chaotix, they couldn't care less what havoc and destruction your unrestrained power causes. I'm sure they do. They just don't want it concentrated in the direction of Azuria, though she doesn't seem to have too many friends. Order! Azuria is the first awakened, and her personality has made her many enemies. First awakened, you say? You mean she came here first? She's been as long as anyone can remember, and she's never managed to leave or escape. Why should she? Who knows what, if anything, lies in wait for us behind this place. No one wants to leave, we're all happy here. Magma doesn't seem very happy. I know Mercurio. Mercurio is Mercurio. He changes his mind so fast that he meets his previous opinion on the rebound. Magma is chaotic. All chaotics are a little bit mad, and that is why you, with the power of death in your purview, cannot afford to be chaotic. But if I am to follow your advice and you're in order, by the rules as they were explained to me, Lily must become chaotic. Lily has not a tenth of your power, and even if Lily did, we could deal with that. No, Ace, we are concerned about you and you alone. Strange vibrations emanate from you, Ace. Good ones as well as strange, I hope. Decidedly mixed, I'd say. You know your alignment will be decided on your next awakening, and all our fates along with it, for better or worse. And what if I choose not to decide? Well, I'm happy sitting here on this fence for the rest of eternity. Your actions will decide, even if you consciously do not. You cannot avoid this, Ace. That is why it's better to choose carefully the right path than stumble carelessly onto the wrong one. There's no turning back. I leave, hoping the next time we'll meet at his house at the hamlet. I'm so done staying in the swamp. Somehow, I'm not surprised to see Siberia making her way over me just as I was thinking of going to visit her. I was surprised at her, but there's a serious look on her normally calm face. Hello, Ace. Hello, Siberia. You sound like someone with a knot on her mind. She gives me an unreadable glance. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Is that you look like someone with a lot on her mind? I could say the same about you. You certainly could. And you would be right. Your pace or mine? Your place, mine, isn't quite finished yet. I could use a breath of fresh air. Siberia raises her perfect shoulders in a magnificent shrug. Alright, come along then. I'll pour us some wine. That doesn't look like wine. I stare skeptically at the viscous liquid she pours into her glass. Thankfully, what she pours into mine comes from a different bottle, and its flow looks distinctly more wine-like. Even so, I sniff at it suspiciously. You're right, it's lubricant. Old habits die hard, she adds enigmatically. Don't worry, yo. Yours is good wine as far as I can tell. How reassuring. I swirl my glass around and then take a cautious sip. It is good wine, at least as far as I can tell, being no more of a connoisseur than Siberia claims herself to be. Siberia sits down on her metal divan, crossing one leg over to the other, and sips the lubricant, seemingly absorbed in her own thoughts. Despite its apparently rigid metal form, the divan silently mounds itself to her posture until it looks almost as if it were cuddling her. How do people think of these devices? I take a minute to ponder that question as I look around her room. I take advantage of the momentary loss of focus to look around her room and see if anything has changed since the last time I visited. Everything looks so perfectly ordered. I don't understand much of it, but it seems that every piece is in the right spot. The systematized layout is actually kind of enthralling, to be honest. Whoa! Please don't touch anything on my workbench. I know where everything is, and some of the instruments are very delicate. I snatched my hand away. I wasn't going to touch anything. That's a complete lie. I'm trying to cover up we're switching the subject. What do they do? You wouldn't understand. She tells me with such offhand certainty that I get the impression she doesn't rate my intelligence all that highly. Thanks to the vote of confidence. Anyway, what do you have to tell me? What makes you think I have anything to tell you? Siberia pouts. You've only been here a short while and already things are getting weird. And this is somehow my fault. Things were weird when I got here. I look at her suspiciously. Have you been talking to others? Siberia twists her hair through her fingers. I don't talk to the others much. We don't have much in common. Maybe because you aren't human. Don't be stupid, Ace. Even if you were human once, you aren't anymore. I disagree. Only humans have souls. Animals don't. Dogs don't. Cats don't. Who told you that rubbish? Souls are the essence of the sentient cosmos. There is a soul in every living thing. I force myself to keep quiet, even if she is wrong. There's no evidence I could conjure up to prove that I am right. And the day has been stressful enough already. What with Mantra's visit and everything else. Siberia suddenly examines her hands, twisting in her lap as if they're strange alien creatures, and she is an alien creature zoologist trying to figure out their mating rituals. There's something about me, something broken. No, there isn't. You're perfect as you are. I try to distract her from this bout of unexpected depression by refocusing the conversation on me. And we were talking about me, how weird I am. To my surprise, it seems to work. Maybe I'm more cunning than I give myself credit for. We weren't talking about how weird you were. We were talking about how weird the situation has become since you first arrived. Seems to be a small difference to me. Don't be stupid. It's a huge difference. Care to explain to me in simple words that stupid old me can understand what is bugging you so much? Siberia sighs as if the weight of eternity rests on her broad orange shoulders. I don't know what I'm doing here. And I do? I ask my question in rhetorical amazement, but I might as well not spoken at all, seeing as she proceeds to ignore me completely. When I saw you last, I was fine. I didn't have a care in the world. I was happy doing whatever meaningless task Mantras assigned us, hanging out here, tinkering, just existing. When I wake up this morning and realise I'm a machine, what am I doing here? Since when do machines have souls? That's a lot of questions to wake up to. The only question I woke up to was, who is a stranger in my room? Siberia looks at me crossly. I'm serious. And you think it's my fault? Siberia's look melts into guilt. I know it's probably the last thing I should be thinking about, but I think he's kind of the cutest. No, not really. It's a coincidence, that's all. I don't believe in coincidence. There's a purpose in everything. It's just that most of the time we don't know what that purpose is or who the person is that's pulling the strings. This, I know, comes from a lifetime of experience of people jerking me around. Still, I don't believe you're a machine. You're like fresh enough to me. I bet you kiss real good. That should prove it one way or another. Ace, I am not in the mood for playing games. This is seriously depressing. Who says I was playing games? Kissing is serious stuff. I was trying to lighten the mood a bit, but Siberia isn't having any of it. I'm not sure why I'm telling you anyway. It's not like you can do anything about it. Well, sometimes you just talking about it helps. And does it really change anything? I mean, even if you're a machine, you're still exactly the same as you were yesterday. You didn't turn into a machine from an overnight person. What's up to be upset about anyway? You look like a beautiful woman with fox ears and the cutest tail I've ever seen. Maybe you just need to take your mind off yourself. Focus on your inventing for a bit. That sort of thing always works for me. Typo. When I'm feeling down, I dance, play cards, try new magic tricks. I take it you haven't been depressed recently then? Snarky bitch. And I was trying to cheer up too. She sees the expression on my face and tries to make amends. I mean, I suppose maybe you're right. She doesn't sound convinced. She looks over my shoulder at the mess on her workbench. I should get back to work. I'll help if you like. You can tell me what to do. No, you go, Ace. I need to think. No, I don't need to think. You... Siberia looks at me crossly. Listen, Ace, read my lips. I need to be alone. Is that clear enough for you? Can't you take a hint? Listen, I'm sorry if I took the joke too far. No, you didn't take the joke anywhere. It wasn't funny. She accompanies me to the door. I don't remember finishing my wine, rising from my seat or walking to the door, when I find myself there and gently propelled into the void. Thank you, Ace, for your advice. I'll see you around. The words are clearly a dismissal. The door closes firmly behind me with a whir of synchronized motors. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yes. Who else are we going to talk to? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk to Lily. We cannot talk to Lily. We can't. We can't talk to Lily. We can't. Blah, blah. I'm not happy with it, but it's time to pay a visit to my least favourite mad scientist. I have the feeling that he is really the only one who can figure out how to escape this place. Maybe Siberia could too, but she's always so cryptic and private about her stuff. I arrive in front of Mercurio's home, and for a moment memories of my first unpleasant visit come to mind. As promised, this time I'm able to pass through the metallic walls of his rooms without problems. Why can't he simply put a door in like everyone else is puzzling to me. Ace, I hope you made progress. I'm afraid I didn't. What, you didn't manage to discover anything? Did you at least talk with M? With mantras? He speaks in riddles. I can't even understand what they're telling me most of the time. Ah yes, I forgot to take this variable into account. What variable? Your limited intellect. I'm about to punch him, but as soon as I raise my hand, he takes a few steps back and waves his hand in front of him defensively. Hey, calm down. I'm not your enemy here. You might not be my enemy, but I'm starting to think that you're useless. I'm most definitely not. You've got no idea of what I can do. Again with that hysterical laugh. Maybe I should really punch him in the face next time. Alright, you must have at least figured out something. Even if you couldn't fully understand what mantras or scientists say. I'm not sure. For a moment I stop and sure of what's on my mind is real or just some crazy idea. Maybe staying in Mercurio's company is driving me as crazy as well possible. Come on, tell me. This is what I think is happening. It's all a big lie. I don't believe a single word of what Mantra says. Really? Not a single one? Well, maybe a few, but I think they're only telling us half-truth. It's keeping the most information half for themselves. It's not a random coincidence that no one can remember their past clearly. I think the only solution is to break the rules, to create chaos, and to mess up Mantra's plans. Oh my god. The only clear thing Mantras has said is that we must remember our past, but I am sure that there's much more beside that. Mercurio remains silent for a few seconds, then he starts running in circles. At first it's a relatively slow pace that I can keep up with. Eventually though, his speed increases to the point where I can barely see him moving at all. Stop it, you're going to give me a headache. Sorry, I need to do this. I tend to do this when I'm thinking. So, what do you think? I think you might be right, but you can't do it alone. You need help. And you want to help, I suppose. Yes, no, I mean, you need help from some item, not from someone. An item, a catalyst, a relic, something you can always carry with you that lets you unlock your true power. And then you're going to create this thing. Yes, now leave me, it's time to think. Can you at least tell me? Shush, I give up talking with him. I hope that whatever his plan is will work. As I move out, I hear him talking to himself in a low voice. I might need Siberia for this. Yes, she will help me. She wants to know too, yes. Bluff, 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 bluff. Zara is enjoying her garden when I find her. The doors of the palace are wide open when I arrive, and seeing no one around to welcome me, I cautiously walk inside, ready to be confronted by an irate Azira and evicted at any moment. Oh, there you are, Ace. I've been waiting for you. I bristle at her peremptory tone. I didn't know I had an appointment. You should know, Ace. You should know, and this is eternity. Why do you have to be punctual here, of all places? Azira's expression darkens. Even the sun seems to retreat behind a cloud, and the air grows chill. Do not interrupt me. My apologies, Your Highness. I even did it as a courtesy to show how truly sorry I am for being late. That's more like it. I can see you're capable of learning. Thank you, Your Highness. Careful, Ace, I tell myself. You don't want to over-egg the pudding. I glance at her beneath lowered lids. Come, let us walk in the garden. Azira walks fast, and it's all I can do to keep up with her. I can't even think at the same time. No wonder she's so slender. She walks everywhere at this pace. I don't know. Of course you don't know. That is why you have to be taught. And you can't be taught if your mind is closed to being instructed by someone with more experience. Now, I hear Mantras came to see you. What did he have to say? How did you hear that? Never mind how. Never you mind how. It's my duty to keep informed of what everyone is doing around here. But she stops so abruptly and almost collide with her sentences both sprawling. She looks at me with a chilly gaze, our noses inches apart. Ace, let's want one thing straight right now. When I ask a question, I expect an answer. A straight, complete answer, with no equivocation, no disassembling, no ifs or buts. Is that clear? Perfectly. Excellent answer, sir. You can do it. Do I get a gold star? Her eyes narrow. Don't spoil it. Now, what does Mantras want to see you about this morning? He came to teach me about the birds and the bees. Azira looks at me as if I'm a foolish child, and maybe I am. And maybe I want to be. The birds and the bees? Well, actually, it's explaining how the cosmos works. The soul stream, the mortal realms. The way we influence souls towards chaos or order depending on the games we play. Don't be frivolous, they aren't games. The fate of the cosmos rests on what we do. It's an immense responsibility, even if the others don't see it as such. Well, I must admit they don't seem to treat it with the seriousness you do. Azira stepped away from me. We were still almost nose to nose, and no doubt she was feeling as weird as I was at our proximity. Azira doesn't seem like the sort of woman to handle proximity well. That's very perceptive of you, Ace. Even among my own people, there are those who don't respect the importance of what we do. But we have to work as a team under my guidance, of course. Now that you have decided to join us, you need to get to know them better. I didn't decide anything yet, but I didn't want to interrupt her. I want to know what she has to say. What the others don't understand is that the power we have is the most efficiently wielded. We have to know each other's strengths and weaknesses intimately. The way she says intimately tweaks my senses. It seems like such an Azira kind of word. What do you mean intimately, and how intimately? Azira abruptly turns and resumes the brisk walk that had been interrupted earlier. That is for you to judge, Ace. I leave such decisions on procedure and protocol to my trusted lieutenants. All I ask is that you report back to me anything untoward that you see or hear. Untoward, I gasp as if nothing to catch up with her. These shoes, pretty though they were not made for running. You will know when you see it happening. Just be warned that should I become aware of something that you should have told me by other avenues, there will be repercussions, grave repercussions. Oh, that's alright then, because I'm death anyway. You can repercuss on me all you want. Azira doesn't deign to turn or in any way acknowledge my joke. I'm left wondering at puns on the type of untoward behaviour she's talking about, in which case I might have to report myself to her every day. And that concludes this part of The Curse of Mantras. I hope you have enjoyed the car battles as much as I have. I keep strangely winning, but I suppose they're going to get harder as the game progresses. Save the game. And like always, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. See you soon. Bye now.